Okay. As an independent business owner, I'm struggling. I'm struggling as I don't know whether I have the time nor the resources to drive customer footfall and loyalty in store. I wish there was a way in which I could enhance the amount of individuals coming through my doors and to further my business.
Now, I want you to raise your hand if you're also worried about businesses like this. You're worried about the independent businesses. You're worried about the high streets. You know, I'm a consumer and I'm worried too. And I want to build a relationship with businesses exactly like him. I want them to be able to contact me and let me know about offers, promotions, deals. I want them to be able to reach out directly to me.
So I think it's all clear for everyone to see here that independent businesses are really struggling. More and more shops are closing and retail units are closing every day. For businesses such as myself, a small portion of individuals drive my revenue.
The power that we have as consumers is massive. Every £1 we spend in independent businesses equates to 60p back to the local economy. If you spend that £1 at a chain business, only 5p goes back into that local environment. The decision you have is huge.
Of the businesses surveyed, such as myself, we're using outdated loyalty schemes that essentially don't allow businesses to capture the data about their consumers that is really possible. And as a result, it's difficult to then further drive capital growth through the business. So businesses are really looking for more ways in which to communicate with their customers and to further get more knowledge, essentially, about their customers.
You know, we love loyalty. We all have loyalty cards. When we go to restaurants, bars, cafes, we all use them. And if businesses could reach out directly to us and offer us discounts, we'd specifically go to them and use that discount. And the market research that we've conducted clearly indicates that us as consumers want to be rewarded for that loyalty and relationship.
Enter Pendent, a platform that drives loyalty, engagement, and footfall to local businesses. So as will hopefully be clear from our video, businesses will be able to use Pendent to digitize the loyalty schemes that they currently have and offer instant updates in the form of notifications of loyalty schemes direct to their users. It will provide insight as to what consumers are doing in their stores and how much they're spending, and it will help build a consumer profile that they can then use in the future to further attract consumers through their doors.
And what do we get? Well, we get direct access via push notifications to local offers from these independent businesses. We can follow them directly. We also have access to this big community of other Pendent consumers, and we can talk about what's happening in our local area. We can see how much we're spending, and the whole implementation of offers is really simple via QR codes.
So in terms of how Pendent will get local businesses involved, it's simple, really. We'll work with chambers of commerce and local authorities and partner with the local community in order to drive home the business model and to provide business-to-business referrals.
And me, well, I'm going to see it everywhere. I'm going to see it online. I'm going to see it on marketing channels. I'm going to be invited to specific events to push me as a consumer on something like this to help the local businesses.
So how will Pendent make its money? Essentially, Pendent will offer a subscription-based model based on the size of the business and the amount of data captured each month. The average charge for businesses to partner will be around £33 per month. And on that basis, and the costings that our team have provided, we aim to break even within 18 months.
Now, the market's absolutely huge, and once our platform scales, it will offer the businesses opportunities to directly send adverts on there, which is another revenue stream for us. But the big thing about what we're doing is the data behind it. We'll be able to understand more about our consumer and the businesses themselves.
This is our team. We all care about the local community, and we know you do too.
Come on.
Oh.
Yeah? Okay.
Hello.
Hello. I'm going to ask, very well done by the way. We're really impressed with your concept, with your business. I'm going to ask a question on financials and how you're going to prove concept here.
Okay.
So obviously you've just shown us some financial information. We think it's very difficult to gain retailers on board at that first go. So how are you going? I mean, you mentioned earlier to us that your model was quite new and there weren't really many competitors in the market. Mm-hmm. We do know of some other competitors in the marketplace, slightly different to yourselves, but there are competitors here. And we're wondering how you're going to actually get retailers to adapt or to adopt yourselves. So how are you going to get them to move over from competition? And because it's quite difficult. If I was a retailer, a small retailer, and you said it's £33 a month, so you're looking at £360 a year, and we can't actually prove anything to you. We can say that this is what we think is going to happen in our ideal world, but we can't actually prove it. So how are you going to get those retailers on board?
So I think in the first 6 months, our aim is to provide a free service, and then after this, we'll allow businesses to gauge the uptake from use of our platform. We're aware of these other partnerships and pilot schemes, especially in relation with the Norfolk County Council. But I think what sets us apart is the whole digital loyalty scheme and the footprint that we're creating from that, and how we're essentially driving business analytics and how the businesses can then use that data for their own worth in the future.
Okay, just one last point on the financials. So you're saying £33 a month, so figures are wrong, roughly £400 a year per retailer. What's your expectation for how many retailers do you want in year one? So if we look 12-month forecast, where are you? How many retailers do you have on board?
I think we aim to capture about 2% of the Norfolk market, which is around 150 independent businesses, and that's Norwich and the surrounding areas, obviously on the coast, etc., etc. And the aim is then, once that happens, we'll then expand beyond into Cambridgeshire and the other local communities and really drive home this community feel.
So roughly £65,000 year one revenue, and you break even at that point?
No, break even after 18 months.
Okay, sorry, did say.
So yeah, it's a long time.
Okay, thanks. Very well done.